Hey, thanks for stopping by MilesR&Beats. This is my humble little studio in my house, and I like to put my style of music out there and see how you like it, and if you can use it anyway, let me know and we can get together. But this is what I got going on here. As you can see here, I have a simple setup here, nothing fancy. I got my Mac 10 computer with my dual screens. I'm working with Reason 10. I have my voice lives here for singing, my Kirk speakers, and a simple mixer, Yamaha mixer with a controller. Nothing big and fancy. I got my foot pedals there for my guitar, and my bass there, and my saxophone, guitars, and everything I got going on in here. My simple studio, nothing fancy. As you can see here, I've been working with Reason 10 for a while. It seems to be the best for me, and this is my track setup here. Over here is my drum machines. I love these Kong drum set. It sounds so good. I love the way they sound. It's so versatile. I can do a lot with it, and it works great through my controller, and the beats sound really good. Okay, I'd like to first start with my first track. The first track is my drum track. I get a melody in my head, and I try to put it down on the track here using my controller and the Kong drum set. Seems to work out pretty good. So you pull down the Kong drum set and you work with that, and there's so much to work with this Kong drum set that you can do just about anything. Your imagination has a lot to do with it. If you can put something in your head and be able to get it down on a track, that's the way to do it. So no matter how much equipment you got, your imagination means more than anything. The more you learn, the better you get. The more you do, the better you get. So you got to keep at it. So here's my first track. I'm going to solo that. Let you hear how this sounds. And here it is. That's my first drum track. Now what I did was, like I said, I learned from other people. I see what they're doing. I'll put that drum track down, and what I'll do is I'll add a little bit of a reverb to it, so it sounds much fuller than it is. So that's why it sounds like that. It's a great sound. I love doing that. Here is the second drum track that goes good with that first drum track there, and this helps fill out the track a little more. So here you go. So that's that second track along with the first track. They sound great together. It just fills it up a little more. So as you're doing this, you can add as many drum tracks as you like, and see what works with you, what works, what doesn't work. But that's how you fill that up and make that happen. So what I've done with this, this is the first time for me. What I've done was I added another track, and like I said, I do like old school stuff. And one of the things I like about the old school is the scratching. Now I don't have a turntable here where I can scratch off records. I've never done that before. But what I did do, like I said, imagination is everything. I used my guitar and I scratched on my guitar to make this. And this worked out really nice. And this is something I'm going to do a lot more once I get better and better at doing it. The more I do it, the better I'll get. So let me show you what I did here. So what I've done here is I'm learning how to scratch on my guitar to use it as into my music here, because I don't have a record or anything. So I use my guitar, and I'm going to keep doing this until I get better and better at it. So what I do is I grab my pick on my guitar and I just mute it, and all I need to do is scratch back and forth until I get better and better at it. So here's what I do. So that's what I'm doing on the guitar here. And I'll let you hear how that sounds. And I add a little bit of echo to it to make it come out, you know, a little smoother to the music. And it works very well. So I'll let you hear how that sounds here. Listen, give a listen to this. That sounds great in my opinion. I really like how that sounds. I'm going to keep at that until I get better and better at it. But that's something different for me. First time, and I like to try new things. So I love how that came out. So for my next track is just the fill-in background part of it. And I love doing stuff like this. This adds a calm to the music. It's very simple. And this is the part where someone can sing or rap to it before I go into the hook. So here is the first track of the music part of it to go with that drums. And like I said, it's very simple. It's nothing fancy, nothing crazy, but all of the tracks together, it makes up what the music is. So here you go with this. So that is my first melody track along with the music. And then from there, you know, I add more to it, but that's the slow part. So what I'll do here is I'll add my next track, which is another simple keyboard track, but they accent each other. And then I keep adding to that to make it even better. So here's my second keyboard track. You'll see how they work together. So as you can see, the two of them together work, they help each other out and they sound great together. And that's what I do. I try to blend tracks in like everybody else. Mine may sound a little old school because I'm using an old organ instead of whatever they're using today. But I like how that sounds. So here's my third track. This is also another, you know, addition to the simple sounds that I use, but I use the bending wheel to give it to stay with the beat of the song, and so it works out really well. So here's how that sounds. So there you go, that's my third instrumental track. And I have one more that I accent that with, and it's a very small piece, but it's just a little bit extra, and it adds on to that. So I'm going to start it right from here and let you hear how that track comes in. that's pretty much it for the whole song, how I've done this. And it's just there for someone to use, and they can rap to it, or, you know, the hook is nice. The part that they can sing to is nice and low, so they can sing or rap to it, and then the hook will come in very powerful. And altogether, you know, it makes a really nice song for someone. And I will get someone eventually that will love to have this kind of music, and they will sing to it or rap to it, and it'll be something really nice for everyone. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start from the beginning. Now that you've heard the song, I'm going to play a little saxophone with this and see how it comes out. And you tell me, you know, if you like this or not. So get back to me, let's talk, let's make some music together. All right, subscribe below, give me the thumbs up, tell me what you think, and let's get together.